Something that once seemed impossible is now unfolding in front of us. America's once bustling tourist towns have grown quiet, and millions of Canadian visitors have suddenly vanished from the border. This isn't about emotions or individual choices. It's the outcome of a perfect storm: tariffs, tighter policies, a weaker Canadian dollar, and rising economic instability. Together, they've triggered a ripple effect that is reshaping life along the US-Canada border. Today, we're breaking down the 6 US states hit the hardest. Some names may be expected, but others might surprise you. And the last one reveals the clearest sign of a quiet power shift that could redefine the border economy. Michigan's connection with Canada has always been more than geography, it's been a way of life. Towns like Detroit, Port Huron, and Sault Ste. Marie thrived on cross-border trade, daily visitors, and shared traditions. Canadians came to shop, attend hockey games, or join summer festivals, while Michigan businesses relied on that flow for survival. But by 2025, that steady current has slowed to a trickle. In 2024, over 3.6 million Canadian vehicles entered Michigan, nearly 28% of all US border traffic. Just a year later, that number has collapsed. Retailers who once depended on Canadians for half their weekend revenue now report losses of 30 to 40%. Restaurants are closing early, festivals are being cancelled, and hockey arenas sit half empty. For families, the fallout means fewer jobs, reduced hours, and even young people leaving their hometowns behind. In Michigan, the absence of Canadians isn't just lost revenue, it's the erosion of identity and a way of life built on open borders and shared community. For decades, Arizona has been the ultimate winter escape for Canadians. Every season, tens of thousands fled the cold for Phoenix, Tucson, and desert towns, earning them the nickname snowbirds. They weren't just tourists, they were part-time neighbors, filling neighborhoods with activity and injecting billions into Arizona's economy. But in 2025, bookings in hotspots like Scottsdale and Mesa are down more than 20%. Golf tournaments, music festivals, and seasonal fairs that once sold out now struggle to fill seats. Streets that once flew Canadian flags alongside American ones are suddenly quiet. Even healthcare providers, who relied on Canadian patients, are reporting sharp declines. Without snowbirds, Arizona faces more than empty golf courses and condos. It risks losing the very foundation of its seasonal economy. Washington, too, is reeling. Border towns like Blaine, Lyndon, and Bellingham lived off Canadian traffic. In 2024, Blaine alone accounted for nearly a quarter of Washington's border crossings. But by 2025, traffic has dropped so steeply that businesses are reporting sales plunging by 40%. Gas stations sit empty, outlet malls have half-full parking lots, and once bustling farmers' markets feel eerily quiet. For many families, this isn't just about fewer visitors, it's about deciding whether to sell their homes, close their shops, or leave altogether. Without Canadians, Washington's border towns risk sliding into permanent decline. New York is another state feeling the pinch. Canadians have always been a major presence, from Niagara Falls to Buffalo to the heart of New York City. But in 2025, border crossings at the Rainbow and Peace Bridges are down by more than 23%. Hotels around Niagara Falls report booking declines of nearly 30%. Attractions like the Maid of the Mist set sail with half-empty boats. For workers, that means lost jobs. For local governments, it means shrinking budgets for schools and services. Experts warn Niagara Falls alone could lose 20% of its tourism revenue by 2026, a blow many small businesses won't survive. Las Vegas, often thought of as immune to downturns, is also exposed. In 2024, more than 1.5 million Canadians visited Vegas, making them one of the largest international groups. But in 2025, direct flights from Canadian cities have been cut in half. Resorts are slashing rates, casinos are closing tables, and shows are playing to empty seats. taxi drivers, hotel staff, and performers are seeing incomes fall sharply. For Vegas, Canadians aren't just casual visitors, they're a stabilizing force during off-peak seasons. Without them, cracks in the city's tourism economy are widening at an alarming pace. Florida, long considered the jewel of Canadian tourism, is seeing the sharpest decline of all. In 2024, nearly 4 million Canadians visited the Sunshine State, spending over $6 billion. But in 2025, flights from Canada to Florida have dropped by more than 70%. Hotels, condos, and resorts that once catered to snowbirds are sitting empty. Ocean Drive in Miami, normally packed in January, now shows shuttered storefronts and half-empty patios. In many Gulf Coast communities, Canadians once accounted for up to 40% of winter spending. Without them, entire local economies, from restaurants to real estate, are being upended. With more than 50,000 jobs at risk, Florida is living proof of just how fragile this cross-border relationship truly is. What ties these states together is more than numbers. It's a deeper truth. The US-Canada connection has always been a lifeline, and when it weakens, entire communities struggle to survive. Michigan, Arizona, Washington, New York, Nevada, and Florida are just the first to feel the shockwaves. If trends continue, the decline of Canadian tourism could permanently reshape life along the border and far beyond. This is True Estate Report. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.